model through local culture stories, a design-based research in an Indonesian international school. Kemudian yang kedua, Dwi Suci Amaniarsi, NIM 824665006, judul disertasi Developing a Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education Model in Descriptive Writing of Anik Jami, Students in Single Regency. Program Studi S3 Linguistik Terapan Bahasa Inggris, Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni Universitas Negeri Medan, atas nama Dekan Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni Bapak Profesor Doktor Zulkifli MSN, dan mengucapkan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya wakil Dekan 2 membuka kegiatan seminar proposal ini dengan resmi. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih kepada Ibu Wakil Dekan 2, Ibu Doktor Masitowarni Siregar MID yang telah bersedia membuka kegiatan kita pada pagi hari ini. Selanjutnya, kegiatan seminar proposal kita mulai. Okay. Firstly, I would like to invite Profesor Dr. Sumarsi as the promoter of Ibu NURMAHYUNI ASRUL. Please take your time, Prof.
Thank you to the leader of the doctoral program, study program, Ibu Dr. Fahri Haswani, SPDM, and thank you for the second vice dean of language and art faculty, Ibu Dr. Masitowarni Siregar, MED. Yeah, the first one. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, I would like to say thank you to the examiner or reviewers, Professor Dr. Siti Aisyah Ginting MPD, Ibu Dr. Fauzia Khairani Lubis SSM Home, and Pak Ariadna PhD. Thank you for your coming, and yeah, especially for the student who want to face the proposal dissertation conference, Ibu NURMAHYUNI ASRUL, by title Developing a Digital Storytelling Based Narrative Writing Model through Local Culture Stories, a design-based research in an Indonesian international school. Are you ready to present, Ibu NURMAHYUNI ASRUL?
Yes, ma'am. Inshallah.
Okay. Now the first one I would like to say to you, the first one you must give the opening presentation and opening statement first, and then present your proposal at least 15 minutes. Yeah. You must explain the most important one is in order the examiner and not examiner, the reviewers understand about your proposal of dissertation. Okay, time for you, Ibu NURMAHYUNI ASRUL.
Thank you, ma'am. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. The Honorable, the Head of the Committee, Dr. Masitowarni Siregar MED, the Honorable, the Promoter, Ibu Profesor Dr. Sumarsi MPD, the Honorable, my co-promoter, Ibu Dr. Anariana Suryanti Tambunan SSM Hum, the Honorable, my reviewers, Ibu Profesor Dr. Siti Aisyah Ginting MPD, Ibu Dr. Fauzia Khairani Lubis SSM Hum, Bapak Ariadna SSMA PhD, and the Honorable, the Head of the Study Program, Ibu Dr. Fahri Haswani SPDM Hum. My name is NURMAHYUNI ASRUL, and today I would like to present my proposal dissertation. Let me share first. Okay, the title of my dissertation proposal, Developing a Digital Storytelling-Based Narrative Writing Model Through Local Culture Stories, a Design-Based Research in an Indonesian International School. I will begin my presentation by having background of the study. So actually, in EFL learners, the students still struggle with ideas organization and coherent in narrative writing. In my preliminary data, the students of SMP Safiatul Amalia find the difficulties in generating ideas, organizing the event, and also maintaining coherence in narrative writing. So actually, these problems appear or influence not only because of the student's ability in narrative writing, but it is also influenced by the instructional model or strategy or technique used in the classroom. So because of that, this study proposes the opportunity of the integration of digital storytelling and also the local culture stories to develop a digital storytelling-based narrative writing model through local culture stories to improve EFL students' writing skill engagement and also cultural awareness. In addition, digital storytelling is an approach that can make writing more engaging and also help students to visualize the ideas. Meanwhile, the local culture stories also build the identity, increase engagement, and also deepen understanding. Here are the research gaps of my study. The phenomenon gaps. Like I said before, when I get the preliminary data from Safiatul Amalia, I've got that the students can write grammatically correct sentences. There are at least 68% of the students can write with a good grammar, but only 28% of the students can write with a good coherence. So it means that the phenomenon gap here, the students can write grammatically correct, but still struggle with ideas organization and also the coherence. My second gap, the theoretical gap. There are many previous studies have conducted the research with digital storytelling and also the local culture. But actually, they only conducted the research spirit studies. Only limited integration of digital storytelling and local culture. And the last is empirical gap. The empirical gap here, because I use DBR or design-based research, best digital storytelling and local culture model in EFL writing. And in the previous studies, many researchers conducted the research by having a quantitative research and only focuses on the impact of the digital storytelling to enhance the students' motivation. But in my study, it is the integration of the digital storytelling, local culture, and also it is conducted with design-based research, which has the uniqueness, which is the iterative cycling. Research problems and the objective. The first research problems and the objective of the study focuses on the development of the design and the design and the development of the design of the model. The second problems focuses on how is the model implemented in the real context. And the third problems and objectives focuses on the impacts of the model itself. And the third one, and the fourth one is focuses on how the students and the collaborating teacher receive the model. So we would like to find out the students and the collaborating teacher perception of the model. Here are the framework of the study. There are at least 5 main framework of the study with some of the supporting theory. From Highland, Genre Pedagogy in L2 Writing, Martin and Rose, Narrative Staging and Discourse organization, Bernard Robin, digital storytelling, CRES, multimodal composing, and DBR, instructional design framework. So we go to the model. Since the model is the integration of the digital storytelling and multimodal and also the local culture, so I will explain about the digital storytelling in narrative writing first. So basically, the digital storytelling is an approach that can help the students to enthusiast in the narrative writing, because digital storytelling has 6 process in the teaching learning activities. In the first process, we can call it as a knock your head of ideas. So in this step, the teacher will ask the students to generate the ideas and define the purpose and the message of the story. So this is the starting point when the students would like to write the narrative text. After having the ideas, so the students will go to the second phase or the second process, which is read, research, and experience. In this step, the teacher will give the students some of the material which is from the local culture, and the students will gather the information, explore, and also get the inspiration from the materials that have been given by the teacher. And after that, the students will go to the third process, which is plan, storyboard, and write script. So in this phase, the students already start to write their narrative writing. And after having the initial writing, they go to the process 4 or the fourth process. So this is the uniqueness of digital storytelling. Why? Because in this process, the students will need the help of the technology, such as some application that can be used to create the media, such as Canva or CapCut, or any other application that can be used to produce the media, something like image, videos, audios, and other material that support their story. So this is the uniqueness of the digital storytelling. And then after having the media, so the students will go to the fifth process, which is create and edit. So here, the student will put everything together and edit their story to make it engaging and clear. And after that, they will go to the last process, which is share, feedback, and reflect. So in this process, they will need their friends' their friends' input or comment or suggestion. So if there are many suggestions for their friend, it means that they get the feedback, and it will be the reflection for the students to refine their story. So this is the process of digital storytelling in narrative. So the model is also integrated with the multimodal composing, which is the help of technology, which consists of media. So the multimodal composing here is to create meaning in narrative writing. And then this is also the main point of my model, the cultural integration or mediation. Since North Sumatra, because I limited my study, or I limited the local culture stories only in North Sumatran culture. So we know that North Sumatran cultures has 8 ethnic cultures in North Sumatra, which they have a very good storytelling, and they have a very good story from their own ethnics. So this will help the students to connect with familiar stories and value to support meaningful narrative writing. So here are the purpose of the instructional syntax of the model. By having the integration of the digital storytelling, multimodal, and also the local culture stories, the researcher proposes the 7 syntax of the model. Start from the phase 1, which is cultural story engagement. And the second one, it just focuses on the narrative framing, which is generic structure, orientation, complication, and resolution. And then we'll go to the phase 3, which is the digital storytelling planning or the storyboarding. And then in the phase 4, the guided narrative construction. And phase 5, the digital storytelling production. And the 6th phase, revision and refinement. And the last phase is the story sharing and reflection. So the integration process, which has come from the exploring until the sharing and reflecting. So here are the design-based research I propose. Like I said before, I come to the problems which is produced in SMP Safiatul Amalia. The students still struggling in generating ideas and coherence, and then I go to the theory, and then I will conduct the research by design-based research here. So after having all the activities in the research, the researcher will produce a digital storytelling-based narrative model through local culture. Okay, let's go to the DBR implementation or chapter 3, research method. The research here will use DBR implementation. DBR implementation has 4 phases. The first phase is analysis of the practical problems. The second one is development of initial design solution. The third one, this is the uniqueness of DBR, iterative testing and refinement. And the last is reflection and development of design principle. Research setting and participants. Since I am also the teacher in Safiatul Amalia, so I can get some problems there. And I will conduct my research in SMP Safiatul Amalia, located in Setiabudi, Medan, which has 3 curriculums: international curriculum, local curriculum, and also religion curriculum. But here, the study will conducted only in international class, which use Cambridge curriculum. Why this study conducted here? Because Safiatul Amalia also facilitate digital learning, something like such as internet, multimedia classroom, projector, and also digital platform. And in addition, the students in Safiatul Amalia come from the middle to up. So every student has their own laptop or iPad that can be used in the classroom. So it's really supported my research in Safiatul Amalia. So by having this review, Safiatul Amalia, very relevant to the study. For the participants, I choose the students in grade 8 international program students, which consisted only 2 classes. So every class only consists of 15 until 16 students. So the total of the participant will be about 30 students with the collaborating teacher, and I will choose the grade 8 English teacher. So by having this elaboration, SMP Safiatul Amalia provide an authentic and relevant context for implementing the model through local culture stories with DBR framework. Research procedures. Since DBR has 4 phases, I will explain the first phases until the end. In the first phases, analysis of the practical problems. The first phases I have conducted in Safiatul Amalia by having classroom observation, and I got the data that the teacher there only used the teaching model that focuses on the grammar, not focuses on the generating ideas and also organizing event. And the student writing preliminary data, I've got that 68% of the students can write with a good grammar, but only 28% of the students can write with a good coherent or complication. So it becomes the main problem in the school. And from the interview and document analysis and all of the data sources, I've got the main problem that the students really need the model to help them to write narrative well. So the goal of this space to identify the key problems in narrative writing to inform the design of an effective instructional model. Next, we continue to the phase 2, which is design and development. So in this phase, the researcher will do the designing and also the developing of the design. By having the previous phase, which is the practical problem, analysis of the practical problem, the researcher will design the model based on the problem itself. So the model is included or content of the syntax, the framework, the design component, the developing materials, and after having the draft of the design will be given to the expert validation because it should be validated from the expert validation. And after having the validation of the model will be validated and ready to be implemented in the phase 3. So the outcomes of this phase is a validated digital storytelling-based narrative writing model with learning materials and instrument which is ready for implementation in phase 3.
Excuse me, Bu Nurmahyuni.
Yes, ma'am.
I think your time is finished, but maybe I give you 2 minutes more. Yeah?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. Okay, the phase 3 is iterative testing and refinement. So this is the uniqueness of DBR. So here the teacher will implement the model and refine it based on the cycle 1. And then we go to the reflection and development of the design. The goal of the reflection and development design, develop and refine a digital storytelling-based narrative writing model through local culture stories. These are the data collection and instrument. The researcher uses various kinds of instruments like narrative writing test, classroom observation, questionnaire interview, document analysis, and then reflective journal and validation. And these are the data analysis technique which uses quantitative and qualitative data. So thank you very much for your attention. And I know that my dissertation proposal is far from the perfect one. So I really need the suggestion and input from the reviewer. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.